Hello and welcome back to Sutton Farm. So we were going to be drilling today, but we've had a rush spraying job come in. Our sugar beet urgently needs spraying with a herbicide. Been thoroughly infested with weeds over there, so we had to pop up here to do that first. We've already taken our drill down to the other farm, ready to do that field. We've had to get the wheels changed on this already, and as you see we've got workshops up there now. We've also got one down the other farm. So we'll leave this here and have to get in the Maxim. Don't think the sugar beet field is too big. So we've got 4,000 litres of herbicide on board. Let's make our way up to the sugar beet field. Don't want these getting overtaken by rubbish in this field, unfortunately. So we have to drop everything else, get the spraying done, as is usually the way. Fortunately, because we're now doing sugar beet, we've had to put a set of row crops on the tractor, which is less than ideal, so I really want to keep this on wide wheels for now. Sugar beet fields are just up here on the right. We can get into it from this end. Yeah. So this field in here. Okay, so now we're in the field. Let's just get ourselves a better position, just loop round in the grass, get ourselves unfolded. Could have really cut across the grass and down the road. No sense running across the field if there's a hard access route. I go external view now so we can see what we're doing. "36 metres sprayer. Size these fields are, that's the bare minimum we really want on here. Everything's about getting it done in good time. There's too many jobs to have small equipment on this farm. So soon get this field sprayed, hopefully. Quite a long field, this one. Not overly wide, but still plenty big enough. Unfortunately, you can't use a weeder on a sugar beet crop, that'll do too much damage to the sugar beet themselves. So it leaves us the option of herbicide on here. We'll have to come back on here with some liquid fertiliser yet. Depends if we want to damage anything with the slurry tanker or not, because that is not on row crop wheels. Been the ideal choice on this field, but it's really a bit too big to take into sugar beet. Cereal crop would recover if you ran big wheels over that early enough on. Obviously the earlier herbicides failed on here. The weeds were coming late. Right at the right sort of time for us to be doing other jobs, unfortunately. I've now decided to leave the other field of corn or maize, and that'll go into the BGA with contractors doing the work. Just back ourselves round here. Could really do a GPS section control on these sprayers, but we haven't got that available to us at the moment, unfortunately. At least the bushes are soft, so we're not going to damage the booms on them. Make sure we get everything. Could be a good bit of money in this field if we do it right. So weeds are not an option to us. Fortunately, the sprayer, the tracking drawbar is a little bit sensitive, which is a bit annoying at times. Tracking drawbar is great for row crops, but can be a little bit too twitchy at times. I've known people turn over a sprayer because of those things. Not done it myself, but I know a few people who have. If you turn too tight with a tracking drawbar, it pushes the weight up over one side and over the sprayer goes. If the booms are out, you're likely to damage the booms. You really shouldn't have the tracking drawbar unlocked if the booms aren't out. The field we cultivated last time does need another dose of fertiliser on it, so I'll probably put that on post drilling. So get the field drilled first and then put some slurry on it rather than the other way around. Can't leave any wheel marks in the seedbed before drilling. Still got a big field of combining to do here, but we're waiting for some help to come with that one. So I'll get both combines running on there and on our soybeans. I have to get the lorry carting as well on this one to our left. I think our potatoes are ready for harvest as well, so I'll have to get on with them. Again, that's going to be 3 or 4 of us needed to do that job. I have to bring in extra harvest, as I said last time. I'll see on that one when we start. A long way around this field. Yeah, it's self-propelled sprayer territory, but there's nothing the right size for us at the moment. I'd like to get an Amazon Pantera back on here. Find ourselves the right road to go up. So we can get this field done now, we're on to the long work. Always the headlands what take the time. Take this back to our top yard here and head down to the main yard with the Mahindra. Pigs have already been cleaned up now. That's all been done off camera, so that's all good. They're sorted for a little while. Keep them fed because they're reproducing at a nice little rate at the moment. That's where our income is until we get some crops coming in. We've got a lot of crops to combine on here at the moment. Both on Lower Sutton Farm and Upper Sutton Farm we've got a lot of crops on them. Currently we're running class combines as you saw last time. Not quite sure what Upper Sutton have got just yet. But given we're Suffolk based and Class UK are in Suffolk, it's never a bad choice to go with. It's all about backup with machinery. Sometimes your first choice isn't the best choice. Go where the backup is. This coming from the person who's running class Case and New Holland tractors when there's a AGCO dealer in the area. I'll stick with that decision. It's a nice fast working herbicide as usual. Unfortunately we can't get our hands on the 36 metre broadcast spreader at the moment. That puts us into liquid territory if we want to put a normal fertiliser of some description on here. Not slurry. Tempted to just say sod it and use the slurry tanker to do it. And risk losing the crop instead. As we've got the slurry free, save buying any liquid fertiliser. And we shall see on that one. Have to do a loop turn in front of us this time so we can come back on ourselves. Not reversing this thing down the field to do it that way. It's a handy thing with a tracking drawbar. It tends to follow the tracked wheels better if you do that sort of thing. So you get 2 sets of wheel marks instead of 4. The advantage of a 4-wheel steer, self-propelled, they can get round a lot tighter than this can. One more width, I think, in the corner there. Boom's a bit high, but for some reason they won't go down at the minute. Let's have a look at something there, sort that one out. Are we next to any spraying? There's obviously a little glitch in here somewhere. Probably to do with the joystick controller for the sprayer. Give it a thump with a hammer, it'll probably start working again. Give it some farm engineering skills. Hit it with a hammer, swear out, and it starts working, usually. Alright, so that's this field finished. Make our way back to the barn and get the Mahindra again. Stop and fold up, because you shouldn't fold a sprayer up on the move. Doesn't do them a lot of good, and makes them unstable as well. Let's get that folded up. Now we can get back to plan A, which was the drilling. So when they drilled this field, they didn't drill it right into the edges by the looks of it. That won't be happening in future. This time we'll just cut across the grass back to the yard. It's not too far. Save any mud out on the road that way. So drill's already up the other farm on the field, ready to go. All filled up. And a nice heap of muck up the pig field now. Should be spread later on. So we need to head up to the farm now with this. Take too long to speed this thing can go on the road. We will go the roadway. We know what happens on the track if we take this down up. Gavin turns over normally. Puts airborne, one or the other. Donuts, all good fun, but doesn't look good. Well, it does. I'm trying to be well behaved today. Looks like I'm invisible in the shadows. I'm not there. A bit of unsafe velocities down the road with this. Just under 60 miles an hour. 50, something like that. Trying to roll it on the corner. I'll give you guys something to laugh at. That's why we have the Mahindra and Serra pickup. It's nice and lightweight and quick. Go across fields with this, won't make too much of a mess if we need to. It's quicker than using a tractor to get out between the two farms. Just pop this in the shed near the combines. See our drillers sitting there. You have to chain these up and around here because certain people like to nick the things, unfortunately. We got our drill over here ready to go. Be drilling the headlands first on here. Dual wheels on for flotation. Should be putting barley in here. Go twice around the headlands first. And away we go. So we plenty of horsepower up front with this drill. We won't be putting tram lines in with the drill. We'll make them ourselves. Straighten that little bit out there, tidy up a bit. Lift up there and back in the corner and get the corner a bit better. The camera's a little bit jolty at the minute for some reason. There's a lot of machinery in that yard though. Probably not helping matters. Settle itself down, manage to get away from the yard a little bit. Probably just get the headlands drilled tonight in here. Get back on again tomorrow morning with the rest of this field. So let's say we've actually got some drilling done. Hopefully we've got enough seed, but we have got a refill in the yard for that if necessary. In this awkward little kink here again. Not so bad with a combinable crop, but it'd be a bit awkward if we put potatoes down into this corner. At some point we may put these two fields into one. As if the fields aren't big enough as it is. We don't want there may be some trees or hedgerow get planted there. Do a bit for the wildlife again. There are a couple of these drills running locally to here. Not a bad drill to use. Not direct drill, obviously. Not something that could be used behind a smaller tractor though than the 15-metre Amazon direct drill we were looking at. Fairly lightweight little drill to use. Our pigs are happy as the proverbial in there. Lots of mud around for them. That's where the name for this series came from. It's what the pig's final destination is. This track wasn't here when we first came on the farm. That's one we've installed on here just to make getting to the pig field easier from our yard. Basically link this yard with our other one through the tracks. We need to get stuff about when the ground's too muddy to take them down the road. Might make getting the combines about easier with the headers on as well. Just make getting everything about easier whilst wider. Just go back round the other way again now. Looks like it's doing a nice job on here. And we'll drill the rest of the field the same way as we cultivated it. As soon as we finish drilling it tomorrow, we'll get the slurry on here, so the Magnum will get to stretch its lungs out. Because every time the Magnum struggles with that tanker, and we're on stubble, it'll obviously go on the Challenger. So it's got more horsepower. When we're dealing with the seed beds, that'll always be on the wheel tractor. I know it's not exactly a lightweight wheel tractor, but that's the sort of the smallest sensible size we can get away with that tanker. Just enough space to do loop turns now, which is good. Don't like going backwards if we can help it with this. Just in case anything goes wrong with the cultivar on the back there, it drops in the ground and bends up. Seen it done in the past, don't wish to be another statistic on that little counter. So perfect drilling conditions really. Bit of dust coming off the drill. Yeah, might have to consider at some point a drill to use slightly wetter conditions, only if we ever have to cross that bridge. Don't really want to have a combination drill if we can help it. Obviously this tractor would do that as well. Combination drill would be handy if we had to plough in front of the drill straight away. Or we can do it like this, we'll carry on with this setup. At least that's most of that awkward corner dealt with now. As I said a little while ago, this field of corn opposite the farmyard will be going into the BGA once that's ready. Once we started ripping corn out, they decided to pay their land rent to us for it. So that field can stay now. Always a sure way to get someone who's renting land off you to pay up and start ripping the crops out you've got in for them. do leave the field on the, or the drill on the field tonight. Get it the right way around. Shouldn't rain, so it should be alright left outside, rather than folding it all up and putting it away in the barn. Not even sure if this tractor would fit in our barn up here with the dual wheels on. I'd have to go in the one next to our Challenger on the cultivator there. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze through the doorway. So not leaving much of a mark in the corners with dual wheels on, which is good. That just leaves us the middle of the field to drill tomorrow. So as we get in this corner, we'll shut the drill off, just lift it out so there's no dampness getting the coulters overnight. Wind down a minute. That's where we'll leave it for this video. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.